that you officially opened today is an example of this support. This complex has provided enough office space for staff, teaching lecture rooms for about 800 students, and laboratories for research. With this kind of support, we assure you, Your Excellency, that Kibabii University will enhance the quality of teaching and research activities. Mr. Chancellor, sir, we are the only university where you are the Chancellor, which we count as a privilege and honor for Kibabii University community. This distinction portends greater responsibility on the part of the Council, faculty, staff, and students. In this regard, my Council has approved a number of policies to improve on service delivered to stakeholders. More importantly, the Council has initiated action to revise the strategic plan to make it more focused and responsive to the global challenges in the higher education sector. In addition, the Council has set out to recruit qualified and competent staff in critical areas of administration and thematic academic spheres. The Council will also ensure that the university operates within the budget and funds are properly utilized. This is intended to make the university move towards a world-class excellence. I now take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates on this great day for their hard work and success. As you go out to serve, please enhance the qualities that you have developed here in Kibabii University. These include hard work, kindness, resilience, humility, etiquette, and respect for others. Mr. Chancellor, sir, as I conclude, I wish you, Your Excellency, and your family a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous and blessed 2018. Let me now take this opportunity to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Dr. Fred Matiani, to make his remarks. Welcome, Dr. Matiani.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, my brother and our friend, the Honorable Speaker of the Senate, my Cabinet colleagues, my brother Eugene Wamalwa, our Cabinet Secretary for Water and Irrigation, and my sister and dear friend, Professor Judy Wahungu, our Cabinet Secretary for Environment, the Honorable Governor of Bungoma, the Chair and members of Council of Kibabii University, other chairs and members of Council present here today, other chancellors and other officials within the university sector, led by my colleague and my sister, our Principal Secretary, University Education, Professor Coletta Suda, and the Chairperson of the Commission for University Education, Professor Chacha Nyegoti Chacha. My colleagues on the faculty of the university, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, in keeping with common practice and the decency of graduation ceremonies, I will not make a speech because this is your day as the Chancellor of the university. Your Excellency, with your very kind indulgence, I would like to say two things. One, I know the schedule you've had this year and how you've been busy, stressful time on the campaign trail and many other things, and actually there was a real temptation to move the graduation ceremony by your schedulers to next year. But you, because of the love you have for the students of this country, you insisted that you don't want to disappoint them. Let us go ahead with the graduation ceremony. I want to personally and very sincerely, on behalf of the education sector in the country, thank you very sincerely, Your Excellency, for indulging us and agreeing to preside over this ceremony today, even as we are moving closer to the Christmas season. Secondly, sir, we have already submitted a report to your office on the directives you gave us last year when we were here, but I just need to mention two. One, Your Excellency, you directed us to give Kibabii University a grant of 300 million shillings. We had crossed the budget year, but the PS and the colleagues in the ministry were able to submit a grant of 235 million to Kibabii University, And I undertake in your presence, sir, that in supplementary 2, we will submit the balance to the university to fulfill the total of the 300 million university has to give the university. Secondly, Your Excellency, you gave us a long list of instructions on what we should do. Your reform plan for the education sector is on course. You have instructed us firmly that we should privilege quality and ensure that the reputation of our education sector is commensurate with the effort that you yourself and the government are putting in enhancing education in our country. Your Excellency, that is why you can see we have a new and dynamic council at Kibabii University. We have a new and strengthened Commission for University Education, which is doing very well. And I think greater and better days for our university sector lie ahead. And I want to promise you, sir, with utmost sincerity from what we see together with the Commission for University Education, a university like Kibabii University holds our hope and our promise for greater research and quality university education. And we will do the best we can, as you have instructed us before, to ensure that we support this university. I want, Your Excellency, as I conclude, to urge all those who are involved in the governance of the institution to support the great Vice Chancellor that we have in this institution and the faculty who are driving this institution to great success. We are proud of the work that we have seen them do today. Within a short time, today we are graduating 4 PhDs and PhDs in very prime areas of research. Your Excellency, we are all enthusiastic and hopeful that this university will make a great contribution to the growth of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my colleagues in the Ministry of Education, we congratulate the graduates today, who include Honorable Vivoli of Koli. I can see him in the audience. And I believe and would like to urge all those of our colleagues in the political practice to sit in class like Wafoli and get their programs by sitting in class, not any other way, so that we can uphold the quality of our education. There is no room for shortcuts, and we should avoid that completely. We must support the education of our country. Our president has led us and is insisting this is the time to build Kenya's reputation to go high. Let us support and follow suit the leadership of our president so that Kenya can continue to be where we always have to be, especially in Sub-Saharan Africa, as a leading country in the education sector. Ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of pleasure and joy, it is now my privilege and duty to ask you to be upstanding as I invite His Excellency the President and the Chancellor of the University to make his speech. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we sit, I'd like to request us just all to remain upstanding just for a minute of silence in remembrance of an eminent Kenyan scholar, Professor Callistus Juma, of Harvard University, who died recently. And I think this is an appropriate place for us to honor his memory. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say that I'm delighted to join you for this second graduation ceremony of Kibabii University. It's my joy to be back here, and in Kibabii in particular. And indeed, my first visit was in 2015 to grant the charter to this university, and that day remains memorable. Today, as in 2015, the people of Bungoma have welcomed us again with the same enthusiasm, and we are grateful. I'm also pleased to gather and to have this opportunity as the Chancellor to confer degrees and awards, award diplomas and certificates to our graduates from this young university. You, the graduates, have worked hard and distinguished yourselves in diverse fields of training, and indeed I am informed by your professors that you are now ready to go out and serve your country. It is therefore right and fitting to congratulate you all, your parents and families, your tutors, and all of those to whom we owe this day of joy. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to specifically commend the tutors, the faculty, and the staff of Kibabii University. This is a young university. Your charter came through only recently. To see, therefore, a young university on a firm footing requires special diligence and commitment. I cannot forget the Council and the Senate, who have worked tirelessly to put in place the necessary infrastructure and facilities that are required for the success of the graduates before us today. It is notable that this university has recorded tremendous progress in the improvement of infrastructure since our last visit in November of last year. The new tuition block that I've just opened, which will accommodate 2,500 students, is indeed a good testimony in this regard. Again, in just a few short years, the university has grown in terms of student population from 333 students to now 7,500, and you have 48 academic programs. Fair, therefore, to say that you have met your challenges gracefully. You have molded these young men to compete with their peers, and more importantly, to become dynamic and inspired future leaders. As we all know, education is critical to the realization of economic growth, as well as an inclusive and equitable society. Across the world, universities, by conducting research, are a major source of knowledge and innovation. It is a fact that social, technological, and economic development presuppose universities at work. Here in Kenya, universities have and continue to serve as a critical role in the development of our great nation. By producing a young workforce of Kenyans with appropriate skills, we expect the universities to be an important ingredient in our pursuit for a better, more prosperous, and inclusive society in line with our vision 2030. For this reason, my administration will continue to support universities and institutions of higher learning by providing the necessary resources and facilities that they require to produce the human capital we need. Our aim as a government is to have these institutions to be truly centers of excellence in the service of our nation and our region. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for creating an even more stronger research base for sustainable social economic development is not only clear, but urgent. And that is why my administration has allocated this financial year 2% of our gross domestic product to support research activities in our universities. I expect our universities, therefore, to reciprocate by developing research relevant to policy and providing solutions that are implementable. Research that provides solutions that will transform on a lasting basis the lives of all Kenyans. To truly become the vehicles for our desired transformation, the universities must, and I emphasize must, strengthen their relations and linkages with industry. Only then can we be sure that the skills we teach will match the requirements of our industries. Further, universities should aspire to promote not only skills that are required for the new graduates to get employment, but also the skills of the entrepreneur, For only then will new graduates create jobs for themselves and as entrepreneurs for others. Kenya has tremendous opportunity for young men and women who have these skills. Let us teach our students to make the most of them. Let me also take this opportunity to challenge our universities to work with my administration to realize the promise that I have made to the Kenyan people. You will recall on 12th December, I did pronounce the Big Four that will underpin my strategy and the strategy that I intend to implement in the next 5 years. These Big Four are largely food security, affordable housing, manufacturing, and affordable healthcare for all. The aim of my administration is to ensure that all Kenyans are able to enjoy a level of well-being that enables them to live a happy, healthy, and productive life. In executing this agenda, I do expect that universities will play a key role going forward. Turning now to the graduates, your graduation today is the icing on the cake of many years of your hard work. Today marks the culmination of the hard work for which each and every one of you deserve to celebrate. But as you celebrate this success, note that this success signals the beginning of another important phase in your life, the phase when you are expected to translate the academic success to visible contribution in building your nation. Remember the parable of the talents. The gifts bestowed upon you here cannot be allowed to rest unused. Relish your success and then go out and serve your family, your community, and your nation. You are the future of this great nation, and as your president, I urge you to be diligent and exemplary in whatever you do. Uphold the highest levels of work ethics, and most importantly, uphold the highest degree of integrity. This way, you will not only improve your welfare, but more importantly, that of your fellow Kenyans. Do not let them down. The expectations of all those who have supported your success are high. Let me conclude my remarks once again by congratulating you graduates and wishing you a bright future. I also wish to take this opportunity to wish all Kenyans a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But as we celebrate, let us ensure that we are careful, particularly as we drive, to avoid any further loss of lives. Nasema Mungu awabariki, Mungu awalinde. Asanteni sana, hongera, hongera, hongera. Asanteni.
Your Excellency, Mr.